4, create a sense of urgency and desperation, the death ground strategy. This is my favourite one, so let's get into it. The world is ruled by necessity. People change their behaviour only if they have to. They will feel urgency only if their lives depend on it. Hernán Cortés, the Spanish conquistador, found himself in a bit of a sticky situation when he wanted to overthrow the Aztec Empire, but his men just wanted to return to the comforting shores of Cuba and their Spanish wives. The men were devoid of energy, disgruntled, but Cortés knew that if the Spanish could overthrow the empire of Tenochtitlan, it would be an incredible victory. So, what did he do? In order to prevent his men from wanting to return to Cuba, he got a group of men to go around to all of their ships and burn them. So they only had one ship left, and the men, if they wanted to, could either stay on the shores of Mexico and fight with Cortés, or return to the shores of Cuba and Spain. Most of them stayed, and 2 years later, Tenochtitlan was overthrown by the Spanish, an incredible victory. Too often we give ourselves plan Bs instead of just focusing fully on plan A. You may see this fall back as a blessing, but in fact it is a curse. It divides you because you think you have options. You never involve yourself deeply enough in one thing to do it thoroughly, and you never quite get what you want. Sometimes you need to run your ships aground, burn them, and leave yourself just one option: succeed or go down. Make the burning of your ships as real as possible. Get rid of your safety net. Sometimes you have to become a little desperate to get anywhere. The idea in this chapter is from Sun Tzu in The Art of War, where he coined this term the death ground strategy. What he realised is, if you back a warrior against a valley where he has nothing to focus his mind on but actually escaping the situation in which he's in, if you put a samurai warrior in a corner with 15 other warriors around him, you will get the best out of that warrior. So you have to ask yourself, what area of your life are you allowing yourself to just placidly float through because you have so many other options to fall back on? How much better could you be if you burnt your ships, figuratively speaking, and you allowed that to give you the urgency and energy you needed to fully focus on what you're doing? It's risky, I know, hence why your family probably won't want you to do so, but how much better could you be if you went fully in on this thing? Is it so terrible to be a timid man? No, it isn't if you're going to be immortal, but if you are going to die, there is no time for timidity, simply because timidity makes you cling to something that exists only in your thoughts. It soothes you while everything is at a lull, but then the awesome, mysterious world will open up its mouth for you, as it will open for every one of us, and then you will realise that your sure ways were not sure at all. Being timid prevents us from examining and exploiting our lots as men. Your days are numbered. Will you make them count? The greatest enemy we face in ourselves is our laziness and sloth. So sometimes you have to throw yourself in a situation where your back is up against the wall and you have to act. Because this is the thing, let's say you have a cushy, comfortable job now and a monthly paycheck. Let's say it goes tomorrow and you're let out of your job and you're unemployed for the next 3 months and you've got a family of 4 to feed. You will, by necessity, make it work, or you'll crumble under the intensity. Last 5 points, let's see how we can develop this urgency of mind. Number 1, stake everything on a single throw. Again, burn your ships, figuratively speaking. Number 2, act before you are ready. Number 3, enter new waters. Number 4, make it you against the world. Number 5, keep yourself restless and unsatisfied. Thank you for your time, thank you for your attention. Let's enter battle.